This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. National Counterterrorism Center Acting Director Russell Travers appeared before a House panel Wednesday to talk about the future of Islamic State. He said despite the killing of its leader over the weekend, the group, also known as ISIS, has a deep bench that can still conduct attacks.
We believe that within Syria and Iraq, there are at least 14,000 ISIS fighters. And that's an important number because 5-6 years ago, when ISIS was at its low point, they were down under 1,000. So to us, this tells us that the insurgency has a lot of options.
A secret U.S. military mission killed Islamic State leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi on Saturday in northern Syria. Pursued by U.S. security forces, Baghdadi blew himself up along with several children. A day before the House is expected to vote on an impeachment resolution, the Senate's top Republican is bashing the measure. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Meghani has more.
President Trump and GOP allies have sharply criticized the impeachment proceedings so far as illegitimate and unfair, blasting House Speaker Nancy Pelosi for not holding a vote before starting them. Now that she's set one, Senate GOP Chief Mitch McConnell says nothing's really changed.
It does not confer on President Trump the most basic rights of due process.
Saying the president's personal lawyer would not be allowed to take part in the House Intelligence Committee's closed-door depositions. Democrats, though, say the panel's role is similar to that of a grand jury proceeding, where the accused does not have the right to counsel. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
The U.S. Federal Reserve today cut short-term interest rates by 0.25%. That makes it the third reduction of the year. And experts say it's likely to be the last reduction of the year. More on this and other stories at voanews.com. This is VOA News. A new large wildfire broke out early Wednesday in Southern California, forcing mandatory evacuations at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in nearby neighborhoods. Ventura County's fire captain, Brian McGrath, said the fire erupted shortly after 6 a.m. local time. It torched 165 hectares of dry brush within 2 hours. The fire is located in Simi Valley, about 64 kilometers northwest of downtown Los Angeles. Officials did not know how many people were ordered to leave, but one resident, Janine Torrey, said the orders caught them by surprise.
Woke up to it on fire right across the way, and within like 20 minutes they were telling us we had mandatory evacuations.
Fire officials said aircraft dropped fire retardant and water on the blaze and that the strong Santa Ana winds pushed flames away from the presidential library. Chile has canceled a summit scheduled for next month where U.S. President Donald Trump was expected to discuss trade with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Chilean President Sebastián Piñera announced on Wednesday that his country will no longer host the Asia and Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in mid-November due to anti-government protests in Santiago. Piñera told reporters his decision was based on common sense. It's not clear yet whether the APEC summit will move to another site. It's also not clear whether Piñera spoke to President Trump before announcing his decision. Mr. Trump has repeatedly said he expected to use the APEC summit as a venue to sign phase one of a bilateral trade agreement with the Chinese president. A debate over Muslim headscarves is dividing France. AP correspondent Walter Ratliff has more.
The French Senate is debating a bill that would require Muslim mothers who wear headscarves to remove them on school outings. The bill under consideration comes amid a weeks-long uproar over French secularism and headscarves at the center of the debate. The thorny topic moved into the headlines recently after a far-right representative at a regional council caused a scandal by demanding that a Muslim woman in the chamber remove her headscarf. France's education minister told senators any law forbidding head coverings on school outings would be counterproductive. A 2005 law bans students from wearing religious head coverings in classrooms. I'm Walter Ratliff.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says Turkish-Russian joint military patrols will begin Friday in northeastern Syria after the withdrawal of Syrian Kurdish fighters under an agreement between the two countries. The agreement calls for Turkish and Russian patrols to begin in northeastern Syria after Kurdish militia forces met a nearly 4-day deadline that ended Tuesday to pull out from the area. I'm Marissa Melton. You're listening to VOA News.